talk a little bit more about the impact on Activision Blizzard. Activision Blizzard today among the worst performers in the S&P after UK regulators did block Microsoft's deal to buy the gaming company. Martin Yang, Oppenheimer's senior analyst of emerging technologies and services, joining us now. Martin, it's good to see you here. So you cover Activision. What do you make just on the impact to Activision that this block over from the UK regulators is going to have on the company? And is the deal now dead?
I think you're on mute there, my friend.
I don't think the deal is completely dead. So Microsoft, as well as Activision, has committed to keep supporting the deal and will appeal to UKCMA, even though the win rate against UKCMA in the appealing process is close to zero. I think they're not willing to call the deal dead just yet.
What do you make of the argument from the UK? Microsoft has a strong position in cloud gaming services, and the evidence available to the CMA showed that Microsoft would find it commercially beneficial to make Activision's game exclusive to its own cloud gaming service. That was not the original objection we heard much about. What do you make of this argument?
Yeah, this argument is valid at face value, but in terms of real impact to the gamers and to the competition, it's immaterial. UKCMA essentially proposed an argument that Microsoft will find very, very hard to refute because the cloud gaming market is so small, and there's no valid data out there that will showcase, putting exclusive games on Microsoft's own cloud gaming service hurts competition. There's simply not enough data points. So that puts Microsoft and Activision in a very tough spot. Whereas the prior argument, regarding Call of Duty and other games exclusivity, that problem can be solved very easily with behavior remedies, such as Microsoft's promise to put those games available on other platforms on a 10-year deal. So UKCMA is taking this different approach that puts Microsoft in a much tougher spot to offer a effective rebuttal.
So, Martin, you said that you don't believe that the deal is dead just yet. What does this do to the timeline of it? Is the renegotiation likely at this point?
Yeah, UKCMA appealing process can be a year or 2 years long. So this is going to drag the deal if both parties agree to extend the deadline into the next year.
Investors clearly believe there is significant impact. Shares down 11.5% today. What do you see as the investor story if, in fact, this deal is dead?
If the deal is dead, I don't think the stock can stay at this level for extended period. Today we're seeing a lot of the merger arbitrage guys repricing the stock, which is, taking a heavier hit on the stock. And let's say in the coming weeks, we do see the stocks, or without a deal, we do see the stock recovering to mid-80s price range, and that's based on fundamentals and the premium multiple over EA and Take-Two.
Martin, how are you looking at this just from a regulatory perspective and what that means for the broader gaming industry at large?
Definitely remove any potential M&A premium on large publishers such as Take-Two and EA. And definitely see that negative effect happening to those two stocks today. And this will make them a more unlikely targets for big tech and big media.
Initially, Activision had made considerable concessions to get around the original arguments. That was before this new cloud gaming argument. Are there more concessions they can make in this aspect that might clear that hurdle?
They could, but this because the cloud gaming business model is so immature, so they could hypothetically propose maybe more flexible plans for future gamers to access the games on cloud streaming platforms, but those will be highly hypothetical. And but Microsoft will be willing to maybe make the access or the initial purchase of the game more flexible. So the key question is, Microsoft on paper does have an overwhelming advantage in terms of cloud gaming, and there will be no way for them to prove to UKCMA that other competing platforms can have similar access in terms of infrastructure and the player base. So that's, even though they can make some changes, but I don't think those changes will be enough to make CMA satisfied.
Martin, taking a look at these results that Activision did release early this morning, net bookings growing 25% year over year, mobile net bookings growing double digits on a year over year basis. When you take a look at the stock right now, what's the short-term catalyst without Microsoft?
Without Microsoft, it's going to be Diablo 4, which is expected to release on June the 6th. That is expected to be one of the biggest game releases. Early feedback based on beta testing is very, very strong. So that will be a multiple year earnings driver for Activision that are not completely captured by consensus just yet.
All right, Martin Yang, appreciate all that. Thanks very much.